What's up, good people? I hope you're doing extremely well. In this video, I wanted to talk about how to automate your income. I think this is something that's very important that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a while. So definitely stick around to the end because I think we do have some things that are going to be beneficial for you in that space. And I wrote some notes here. So the first thing you want to do is to figure out your passive income sources. I know we talk a lot about passive income, so we do have some other videos that we can share with you about, how to achieve passive income and what it really means. But I wanted to briefly talk about that because that is the first step that you definitely need to take when you're talking about automating your income. And, what is income automation? So income automation is really at the core of, building passive income engines. It's kind of the main thing that we need to do to get our income in a place where we're not having to work every day, but over time we can kind of remove ourselves from that and have it kind of work by itself and still generate revenue. So that's kind of at the core of what income automation is. Now, how do we get to that point where we have an actual income automation system in place? So the first thing is definitely finding what our passive income sources are going to be. And those can be anything. It can be your investments, work that you've done or products that you've created. Like you could have created an app that is generating revenue. But at the core of it, what you want to think about is it being anything that you've already created or you've done once. You've done the work and now it's just generating revenue on autopilot. And you don't really have to put any more time into developing it or working at it for it to do so. So really figure out what those things are for you. And you may not have created them yet. So, really give it some thought of how you're going to create those passive incomes. And one of the things to do that, one of the things you definitely have to do is shift your perspective from, working as an employee for a set amount of hours for someone to someone that understands perceived value, understanding the perceived value of things and how people buy into the perceived value of things. Once you understand that, I know for me, once I understood that, that really gave me a really good jump start on how to create passive income. Because in a lot of ways, it is about perceived value. For example, you can be working on a job for someone for a set dollar amount for per hour. And you can do that for however many hours a day. And your income won't really change that much based upon those factors because you're getting the same amount for the same amount of hours regardless of what you do. But then to the contrary of that, if you are understanding perceived value, you can kind of set whatever the dollar amount is for what you're offering because you're giving that value based on other people's perception of that value. This is what happens in entrepreneurship. If you have a business and you are selling a specific product and you're setting the price for that product can be valued in a way that is making you $20,000 a day versus $20,000 a year, but it's all based on the perceived value of that in a marketplace. So really shifting that perspective, as we mentioned, is one of the key things that you have to do to really get your mind wrapped around how you're going to be able to generate passive income for yourself. So that you can start creating those revenue engines. And that's what it really boils down to. You want to create revenue engines that make money all the time without you having to do much. And that is really at the core of automating your income. I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom.